And I'll keep on running, and there's never-ending race. And maybe next time I will be the right time.
Welcome, member. Where does the time go? Can you believe it is time to complete your continuing development tool for your dietetic regulatory body? This year, your regulatory body has given you me, your online guide, to provide you with support and engage you in the process of effectively filling out your CDT. Now, where should we begin? How about a little food for thought?
Did you know your regulatory body, through the use of the CDT, supports dietitians and nutritionists in Nova Scotia to continue developing their ability to provide safe, ethical, and competent nutrition services to the public?
The CDT does not determine whether a dietitian is competent or not. It is a tool to help dietitians reflect and evaluate on current practices and develop competency-based plans.
An example of a goal to use in your competence plan could be: I will become more familiar with the availability of specialists, health services, and resources for my clients to access within the community. In doing this, you maintained your Competency 1.0, which is Practices with Professional Integrity. More specifically, you maintained Performance Indicator 1.4, which refers individuals for consultation when issues are beyond scope of practice and competence. It is very important to note that when you're working through your self-assessment of your continuing development tool, come a little closer. Can you see the competencies and performance indicators all right? Okay, your competency statement and your performance indicators are not appropriate goals to use on your competence plan. Let's take a look at your competence plan. At the back of your workbook, you have your competence plan. Never mind, this is 2009, that's okay. The point is that the competency statements and performance indicators used in your self-assessment are not appropriate goals to write at this portion of your CDT, rather, your competence plan. Annual audit results show that this was a common error made by dietitians in the past. So keep that in mind when you're working through your competence plan in the future. For more information on how to fill out your competence plan, refer to the PowerPoint presentation on this website. Its title is How to Effectively Fill Out Your Competence Plan.
So the CDT tool promotes intentional learning rather than taking courses or attending sessions simply to earn points.
Research supports the best way to maintain or develop a skill is to actively do it.
The CDT is not a tool to show what you know. Rather, the CDT is a tool to demonstrate how you use what you learn. This is why the CDT encourages applied learning.
The CDT encourages dietitians to actively apply their learning rather than passively absorb information.
For instance, reading a cookbook provides you with information you now know based on your reading. On the other hand, having a discussion with a friend or a chef about meal preparation and actually testing the recipe provides you with new learning and shows you how you're using new knowledge. Attending a workshop on swallowing assessment is not enough to constitute intentional learning, nor competency maintenance and development. Going back to your practice, however, and using the swallowing assessment techniques you learned during the workshop is an example of intentional learning. When using the swallowing assessment techniques that you learned at the workshop, if they impact your client care positively, this is an example of a positive impact on your practice. Your CDT is very effective at helping you determine areas in which you can apply new knowledge. You then take an area in which you need to apply new knowledge and formulate it into a competence plan. New knowledge includes a skill, a behavior, an attitude, or even a judgment call that you apply in a real-life situation, and it enhances your practice. In turn, you maintain and develop competence. Your regulatory body needs to know how the learning you do is impacting your practice in your specific field of dietetics?
So for me, the CDT enabled me to focus my area of practice and what it was that I wanted to accomplish.
Well, for me, the CDT challenged me to step outside of my professional box and helped me to develop networks and embellish my practice and also my personal journey.
The CDT allows me to have time for self-evaluation and therefore allowing me to reflect on what I need to do to better myself as a dietitian and also impact my clients. The CDT for me made me look at what I'm doing and made me ask myself, where do I want to go and what do I do to get there?
For me, the CDT has helped me learn how I'm developing as a dietitian in my workplace. Development is continual. Embracing it is your choice. Let me break it down for you. The CDT tool and program are mandatory. It's in our Professional Dietitians Act. It provides verification of maintained and developed competence. It will support you if your practice is ever questioned. It identifies your specific areas of competency and practice in which you work. And finally, the CDT provides evidence of continual development within your scope of practice. Hopefully this shows you why it is extremely important to put the time into this continuing competence tool. Your competence plans are all that your regulatory body has to assure the public that you, the member, are maintaining and developing competence in your current practice. Take the time to use the tool to reflect on your competence as a dietitian. It is your professional responsibility. At the end of the day, you get out of it what you put in. Hopefully I have demonstrated that it is maintenance and development of your competence that really matters. Take responsibility of your learning and have fun. I hope this video has re-engaged you as we travel the road of continual professional development together. Thank you for your time. If you have any questions, please call your regulatory office or send an email. If you need further support, please refer to other educational tools located on this website. There is a presentation specifically on knowledge, learning, and self-assessment. As well, there is a PowerPoint presentation on how to effectively fill out your competence plans. There are videos addressing common questions and comments about the CDT process. You can also find resources related to writing good competency goals, writing good evaluation outcomes, and finally, determining your practice profile.